Communities of color have long been disproportionately burdened by water and air pollution in this country. It's just a fact. And now the EPA is promising to try to do better. A new plan announced yesterday outlined steps the EPA is taking to beef up monitoring and enforcement of federal rules in 3 states with some of the most dangerous levels of emissions. My colleague Morgan Radford spoke to the EPA Administrator Michael Regan about the plan. This is what he had to say.
All of the actions, Morgan, that we're taking are in direct response to what the community asked us to do. The businesses have the resources to invest in the pollution control technologies to curtail these emissions. They have a responsibility to be good neighbors, and we're going to hold them responsible for that.
The announcement came on the same day that a major study, the first of its kind, found that older Americans who breathe even low levels of fine soot face a greater risk of dying early. If federal rules had been just slightly more strict, the study found, as many as 143,000 deaths could have been prevented over the course of a decade. As I said, Morgan Radford's been on this story. She's been reporting on it for months. She joins me now. Morgan, it's something politicians have talked about for a while. This really is the first time it feels like government has actually tried to do a make good.
It's interesting, Chuck, because I just spoke to a gentleman there who grew up, spent his entire life in Cancer Alley, which is the 85-mile stretch of land in the American Southeast, where cancer rates are the highest in the world. And that gentleman said, Morgan, we have just been bombed with pollution for decades, over and over and over again. But he said this is the first time he's really felt like an administration is about to make good on its promise. So just to give you a sense of the numbers here, we're talking again about this area known as Cancer Alley. It's the stretch of land between New Orleans and Baton Rouge, and it has the highest risk of cancer from air pollution in the entire country. We're talking about 130 petrochemical plants and oil refineries. But get this, Chuck, this is an area where majority of the neighborhoods there are at least 90% black. So the bottom line, this community has been made promises for decades, and nothing so far has really changed. So, they said that we finally feel like we have hope, even though we're skeptical. The big changes they're about to see from the EPA, number one, more money, $600,000 to deal with air pollution monitoring. Number two, they will have air pollution monitoring and an increase in the number of inspectors. But three, and perhaps most importantly, the EPA is basically going to do these surprise pop-up visits to see if they're actually holding them accountable. Take a listen.
For far too long. These communities have suffered long enough. You were there on the ground with me in November, and you saw firsthand the fathers and grandfathers and grandmothers and children who are living in these industrial complexes so close to all of this pollution and all of these industrial practices.
But what happens if those pollution levels are in fact exceeded? I mean, how is the EPA going to enforce these standards?
We will enforce the law, and that law requires that these facilities curtail their emissions, that they put on more monitoring equipment. And if they cannot meet the law, then they are closed down until they can. We have an obligation to protect our communities, and this administration and this EPA, we will do that.
Look, Chuck, it's an obligation they're finally naming, an obligation the administration says they are finally going to address. And so, of course, we asked if there are going to be any more tours in places like this across the country. And EPA Administrator Regan said, look, there's still more to do here in the Southeast to make sure that these promises are delivered, but they do plan to expand this now to other places across the country.
Morgan, I'm glad we're trying to clean up in the aftermath. I think I've had family members who I think were part of a cancer cluster because of essentially poor planning of communities close to things. And I'm curious, what are we doing about going forward, right? We're trying to get at what we've done wrong in the past. Are we going to, have more parameters of where you can develop homes and things like this? Is the EPA going to get more aggressive there? Or are we still trying to clean up our past?
A little bit of both, Chuck. Honestly, the EPA said that we're willing to level fines and we're willing to shut these places down if, in fact, it comes to that in terms of enforcement. But I say to you, Chuck, the thing that I've noticed that's different, it feels like this time around, is that they're actually bringing in the people who are affected to help realize what that solution will be, Chuck.